afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Voice of the Voiceless. My name is Tony Marafa and I'm the anchor for the show. Today we have a very special edition because we've got the cast and crew of This Is Not About You with me here, and we'll be introducing all of them one by one very soon straight away. But before we do that, I'd like to go into something that happened yesterday. I had a meeting with the gang unit at Hackney and Croydon yesterday, and I can say to you that there were some things that I heard there that was really heartbreaking. But the things I was able to bring out from there is that we've got a lot of people that is really working hard to help the youth out there when it comes to the gun and knife violence. There's a lot of violence going on. We're not going to hide it, and we're not going to push anything under the carpet. However, we've got a lot of young men and women that are working tirelessly to make sure that this is eradicated. We'll be going into that at a later date, not today, but I just wanted to bring this out because I wanted to give them kudos, to encourage them and to let the youth out there know that people are out there, that they're fighting for them. But that will be another edition, like I said. For today, I'm really, really excited because there's a movie premiere that is coming out and it's called This Is Not About You. I have to say that I'm one of them as well. I had a little part in there. So for today, I'm a wannabe Nollywood star as well. But right now, let's give kudos to all kudos are due. So I'll like you guys to introduce yourself and the reason why you're here. So I'm going to
start from the lady.
Okay. Go on.
I don't know why they're starting from me, but anyway,
ladies first.
That's thank you very much.
You're
very
welcome.
My name is Chiela Sko. I'm in the movie for This Is Not About You. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Adam Richards. I'm in the movie. This is my first Nollywood film, but I've worked in Hollywood and Bollywood and Tollywood and everywhere else around the world apart from Nollywood now. So it's my first movie for Nollywood. So I play a film director in it.
Hi, my name is Florence Okonkwo. I'm an actress, producer, queen of red carpets. I'm the executive producer for This Is Not About You, and I'm the lead role. I'm the lead role.
All right, that's Florence who just spoke, and she said she's the lead character in the movie. I don't know about that. I'm the lead character. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's nice meeting you again. My name is still Uche, or Joputa, unrepentantly me. That's who I am, an actor. Born to be an actor and a filmmaker. That's me. Thank you.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's excellent. Like I said, I've got a small part to play on the show, so I'm advertising myself as well. My name is Tony Marafa, and I did some things as well over there. But the reason why I'm so excited to have this crew on here is because, like the viewers know, we're trying to educate a lot of our youth out there to see how they can break into the movie business. And I only work with the best. I only work with the experts, and they're all here. So without further ado, let's start the program rolling. So the first question I'll be directing to you, Uche, and that's that people are talking about this movie. There's a lot of what's it called on the internet, on social media, everywhere. So who actually brought you into the movie? Be honest. Let's know how it happened.
She maneuvered me. She sweet talked me. She dragged me into the movie.
She didn't use witchcraft.
Voodoo. I don't know about that because I don't have the potency to decode witchcrafting. So I'll leave that for another discussion, maybe when we meet in your coven. But however, Florence Okonkwo, who happens to be the producer, doubled as a producer and actress, and so many other area in the production, did speak with me a year or two ago about it first. Then after that, sometime, when did we shoot this movie again? December, January. Okay.
Last year.
Yeah, she spoke to me first. I think late of 2000 and this 2019, 2017, I guess. She did mention it to me that there's something she's working on and all that. She's a lady of a lot of words and all that. So Florence, you come again when you're ready. Let me know. But as God will have it, this time around, he worked out for her, she prayed about it, and a whole lot of things. So when the script was ready, she approached me and we talked about it. It was quite a challenging job, but at the end of the day, I'm happy that I did it. And I enjoyed working with them.
Oh, that's nice. So we can say that she was the one that actually brought you into the movie.
Exactly, to the point.
So what is your role in the movie?
Do I really want to talk about my role? Well, the truth about it is that I'm just a good guy who will just sit here or there, trying to be nice, trying to... in life, whether we like it or not, you always balance the other side, the left to... You move a little bit to the right to balance the left.
That's true.
Do you understand? So some people are going to get hurt, some people are going to get happy. That's the way life is. It's never fair on anybody. So that's my character. I came in and I decided I needed to just bridge the gap. I needed to make some people happy, some people sad, unintentionally, and so, that kind of goodbye, bad guy kind of thing,
Yeah.
But it's something you need to watch, trust me. I wouldn't want to tell you about this movie so much, because if I tell you, there's no need coming to watch it. On the premiere day, meet you there, you see the rest for yourself.
Oh, beautiful. And that's coming from an expert. This gentleman here is, in fact, we can call him Nollywood because he's been there for years. Yeah. So I've watched a lot of his movies, and he is the best, or one of the best, shall we say.
I think one of the best.
Yeah. So that brings the next question to you, Mr. Richards, or Adam. It's easier for that. Can you tell the viewers, who you were and how you got into the movie business as well, and how long you've been in the acting world? Because I know you've done Hollywood, but this is your first Nollywood movie. So can you just give us a brief, history about yourself?
I started in the film industry when I was 17,
right,
under Jackie Chan's stunt team.
All right.
Working on different movies, Project A's and got Dragons Forever. And then from there, come back to the UK and then took out to do Power Rangers.
Oh.
So I ended up doing the Power Rangers stunts team and doing all the stunts and that for the Red Ranger.
Oh, so you were one of the ones who
I was
were
the original one, yeah.
Yeah.
When you was a kid, you was probably watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old.
Yeah, because I'm that old. Yeah, that's it. And then I've come back, and then I've done lots of Hollywood movies, from Saving Private Ryan, Band of Brothers, Die Hard.
So you did Saving Private.
Saving Private Ryan. Yeah.
That was a very lovely movie. I remember watching it and coming out in tears. So
wow,
go on.
Yeah, so I've done lots of stuff, Die Hard and that. One of Bruce Willis's stunt doubles as well. So mainly stunts and that, but acting as well. But yeah, and then I'm directing now as well. And then I got asked by Florence to come and play actually the director in this movie, which was made it easier for me.
Yeah,
entering into Nollywood. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can I just address the same question to you, Chela?
Okay, this is your girl Chela. I'm a host, actress. I'm in the movie as Aquila. Came for the auditioning. I think someone actually asked me to, so I did come for the auditioning for the movie. And Florence, obviously, they decided to put me in one of the roles, which I did play. I think she was happy with it, I suppose she was. But I've been acting here and there, to be honest. I've not really taken it serious, to be honest, because I had other commitments. But I think I'm a bit freed up now to actually go into it, kind of. Because I've had other commitments, doing other stuff, but I'm taking it seriously this year, and actually it's been going well, I must say. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. And then I'll direct it to the Queen of Red Carpet. Can you answer the same question as well, please? Who you are, how you got into the movie business, and how long you've been in the acting world.
My name is Florence Okonkwo. I'm an actress, producer, and I'm the producer of this movie. I got into acting 2012 by Rukia Mata and Nelson Spark. 2012. So
2012. Yeah. All right, excellent.
I was being encouraged by Nelson Spark to produce my own movie, and Rukia Mata encouraged me that when I go into the movie industry, acting and all that, I will sell, so I decided to.
What you do, and that's been the best, so far, because you produced a lot of beautiful, Nollywood films. Yeah, I am a Nollywood fan as well. I have to say, every day I have to watch one. That's my secret. We don't want to share with anyone. So Uche, I'm coming back to you. What actually made you decide to become an actor, and what difficulties did you experience along the way?
I think decision of becoming an actor was something that was given birth to from the fact that, first and foremost in life is that you have to have a discovery to recover.
Right.
Then when you recover, you start living a legacy. So I think I went on a journey of discovery. Then I recovered who I am, what's the purpose,
Right.
and why I'm here. And one of the purpose why I'm created is to become an entertainer.
Right.
Not just an entertainer, but somebody who's going to leave a legacy for people, especially the youths, to follow. Because people talk about governance and government and politics, and I say to them, the earlier we begin to blame less of these people in politics and understand that it's a round circle thing, that is a chain reaction. They need me to function, and I need them to function.
That's right.
Therefore, in everywhere that I occupy, I should try as much as I can to leave a remembrance.
The legacy.
Positive legacy that I will be remembered for. And that is also governance. Like take for example, if we were saying that the government is not taking care of the youth or taking care of education and all that, do I find time as a person, as a brand, to see once in a while where I could have interactions with youths and leave an impression about them? Because a lot of people suffer for lack of knowledge. Nobody to prep them, push them and say to them, you can make it. So becoming an actor is something that I discovered as a channel to what I need to do for my people. And to God be the glory, I've been acting. I was given the opportunity to act, become an actor. The main frame that we're talking about in Nollywood, I started acting way back in Benin when I was younger, when we did Pot of Life series, which was very traumatic, you understand. A lot of us had challenges and all that. But in the era of the Nollywood, I happened to have an uncle who is actually the pioneer of Nollywood, the Mr. Okechukwu Ogunjofo, who wrote the first film that established us, which was Living in Bondage.
Right.
Then after that, then I acted in Circle of Doom, Evil Passion and all that. So he was a person who I was sitting in his living room someday when they were shooting Evil Passion, and I wasn't supposed to be part of the cast. And there was this actor who was fondling and messing up with his roles and all that. Somewhere along the line, curiosity, I spoke out loud without knowing that the director would have heard me. I said, I can do this thing that this guy is fondling with, he's messing up with.
Yeah.
And the director, Chris Obirappi, turned and looked at me and said, who said that? I went, I'm sorry. He said, no, come, young man. Did you say you can do it? I said, yes. Go sit down. And he gave me a try and I did it excellently well. And he said, tape roll. And that was how I became an actor. Wow. And from then to date, I haven't stopped. And I'm sure that I'm enjoying it. I've been impacted by it, So that's it. That's how I started acting.
Thank you.
Over 2 decades ago. So
Beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing that, because I'm sure there's a youth out there that is that would really like to become an actor but will not have the courage, to be able to step out and do this. So at least if you're watching, you could tell that wherever the opportunity is, if it comes your way, you need to grab it. It doesn't matter who or what you think is going to be not going to help you or not help you. The sky is always the limit once you've discovered your self-confidence. And judging on that one, this question I'm going to ask the Queen of Red Carpet, which is Florence. This show, as everybody knows, it's about encouraging youth that is caught up in gangs and believe that they need mentors like you, all of you, to inspire them, especially those who would like to break into the acting world. What advice would you give them should they want to break into the world? And more importantly, one of the reasons why there's a lot of violence is because they can't manage conflict. So what advice would you give them as well, especially if they come across creative differences when pursuing their dreams? And I've just hit you with like 3-in-1 questions, so just take your time.
No, we're here to split it out. She takes it up and pick it up wherever she stops and
that's it,
put a view on it.
Okay. This is not about you. I decided to do the movie because of the youths. Creating awareness for them about knife stabbing, kidnapping, maltreatment for husband and wives.
Abuse.
There's abuse, men allowing their wives to, go to school, manage the home.
Right.
Then for children, the youths, I would say parents needs to be close to their kids. Parents need to have time to interact with them, find out where they are happy, what's going on, find out about their friends, the kind of friends they keep.
That's right.
Yeah, there've been a lot of stabbings. About 15 years old. I've been there. They stabbed like a 15-year-old, 14-year-old in my area. So the advice I'm going to give is parents should get close to their children, try to talk to them, to know the problem they are facing. And apart from that, what is causing this knife stabbing is big gossip.
That's true.
It comes a little, and later it spreads. It hurts. I want the public to know that gossip hurts.
Absolutely.
And when it hurts you, it kills. Gossip kills.
Yes.
Not they stab. Why are they stabbing? It's something they must have heard. Oh, this person is whispering to this person is doing this person is doing that. So they kill themselves.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything to add to that?
To what my sister said, very correct. But again, I need to also say, I have a program that I do on Instagram and I share on Facebook too, where you it's called the Uchi Odopta series. I think I'm about season 30 something right now. And the last topic that I dealt with was discovery.
Right.
And when I talked about discovery, I said, be careful what you seek to know. Because when you find out that thing that you're looking for, it might alter your thinking because it might not be exactly how it was.
That's true.
That you thought it was when you find out. And it could ruin you if you don't take time.
That's true.
Certain things are not meant for your knowledge, let them be. Now, I tell you what, the issue about starting, like my sister said, it starts from gossip and all that. I tell people it's not every argument that is worth it.
That's true.
I don't get involved in arguments, especially. I equate the argument, I look at it, and I ask myself, at the end of this road, would there be money given to me if I win the argument? No, then it's not worth it.
Absolutely.
Because at the end, the course of this argument, you're a human being, you're not recorded to function in a particular way, so you just let loose because you're in the anger.
Yeah.
And in that anger, you could drop one word that will ruin however I will see you in the entire of my life.
That's true.
Because I allowed myself get into the argument. Now, so why get into that argument and I allow you drop that thing that will never be raised? And once you get into that argument, before you know it, you can't control your temper.
That's true.
It's either you get the blow, or get the shoveling, or you get the hitting, or you get the stabbing. Now, for kids in school, let me advise you. Do not want to be everybody's friend. You can't be everybody's friend. Discover who you are and those who are your friends. And even the ones that are your friends, when it gets to that point where they corner you to a point where the tempers are rising, say you are sorry, even if they see you as a fool, and walk away. Because the more you want to drag it, the more tempers are building. And before you know it, we are not all brought up in the same way. There are two kinds of people on earth, those from a home and those from a house.
That's true.
And you cannot determine and say who comes from a home when you're looking at them and who comes from a house. Their actions will not say where they come from. Because the way you're brought up will form the way you think and the way you react and the way you value things. Exactly. So this issue of stabbing, let's curtail our relationship. Let's curtail what we argue and what we argue for and how long we prolong the issues that are not necessary. If you're a student, what are you arguing for if it's not academics? If you're a student, what are you arguing for if you know that you're not even up to the age of dating? Why are you talking about a girl?
That's true.
Because the guy is saying to you, I saw you talking to that girl, do you know she's my friend and all that? Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to take something from her. I was asking her for direction. And matter ends. The more you want to go prove the point that it's not what they're saying that you'll be doing, it doesn't make a difference because at the end of the day, it might be 6 feet below by the time we realize that you were right.
That's true.
But then you're gone already. The worst that will happen to the young man is that he ends up in jail. And after a while, he's going to come out. And when he comes out, he might come out the worst or come out better.
That's true.
The society is not getting better. So cut the discussion and cut the argument and move on with your life. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, go on.
I was just going to add, the thing about young people is completely different these days. So if we want to reach the young people, you need to be able to think like them.
Right.
I work with a lot of young people, and I would say the way we think is completely different from the way they think.
That's right.
And because at the moment we've got so many distractions, and which are visual, and I can guarantee you 75% of what should the young people act on these days is by what they see.
That's
Propaganda, like she said, gossip, I'll probably not say gossip, I'll say propaganda is one of the biggest strategies that are being used. See, these people recruiting these gangs, they're not just coming and saying we pick someone up, they're strategic. So if we want to counter-attack what's happening with that, we need to be strategic as well. You can't say, oh, we're just going to go there and do that. It's not going to work. So we need to have a strategy. We find out what the strategy they have in recruiting these young people. They prey on vulnerable young people.
Absolutely.
And by little things. So we need to go, to counter-attack that, we need to be strategic, a step ahead of whatever plans is put in place, because once these kids get into gang, it's really hard. It's so easy for them to get in because they're kind of cloned into it.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get into it. To get out of it is the where it's really difficult, because right in the mind, the way that the mind is, there's what we call emotional intelligence. A lot of the young people these days don't have it because of the feeds that gets put into them. Is not substantial. They're very flimsy things. People can get stuff for no good reason. So at the end of the day, you can't say, oh, we have a pattern. We don't really have, because it can be for whatever reason. You might just be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that just happens to you. And you're not even related with the gangs, because we've had issues from where my college is, and it's no matter of if you're in the wrong place, you had a gang member from somewhere else and is there, and they found out. You see people chasing. It's just, there's a lot of factors that we need to put into consideration. Then we put an action into place, and then we run with the action. If the plan doesn't work, then we re-strategize, and then obviously bring something out. Otherwise, we're just going to be getting the statistics going up rather than reducing it. For the young people, we really need to be strategic.
Oh wow.
See, with a lot of it all starts from jealousy, then jealousy ends up into bullying, and then into some of the kids end up into mental health issues, drug addictions, all this sort of thing. It was all linked to one thing.
Absolutely.
From the jealousy to start off with. And I've worked with many models and actresses now, and actors, and you'll find that somebody may be jealous of Uche, and then they start like slandering on social media, which I hope he never gets, sort of thing, because it does end up being that. You'll find people like criticizing maybe your grammar on social media, because they're jealous of what you're actually doing. When you know that in the back of your mind that they're doing something which you could ruin their career, sort of thing. There's chances, sort of thing. But I'd rather help somebody and pick somebody up who's trying to get into the industry, a young person, a new person, and show them the ropes and try and help them. And this is what I want to try and do with what I would like to do with a lot of people, sort of pick them up and show them the good ways and what you can become.
And which is what I'm just about to get into now. I understand you've got an anti-bullying charity. Is this something you can quickly tell us about? Because it actually relates to what we're talking about now.
Yeah, Adams runs anti-bullying.
Yeah, I'm running an anti-bullying campaign, which at the moment, which I'm like an ambassador to. We've got big business people want me to go into schools, colleges, workplaces, because bullying starts everywhere.
Yes, it does.
From schools, infant schools, junior schools, senior school, colleges, universities, office work, sort of thing. Like the boss may be bullying you because you're not doing something. Even down to in Equity, the Film Actors Guild for actors in the UK, we had a thing where we had to fill in about bullying and harassment, and even sexual harassment. It's all from bullying. Which people don't realise, sort of thing. It could be a lady boss, it could be a man boss, it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, true.
There's some sort of maybe bullying or harassment, but maybe you're not getting your figures in as a salesperson.
That's true.
So you've got the boss having a go at you, and you can't be helped because you can't sort of they want you to work sort of like, I went to a place yesterday and it's open 24/7. And the workers are just working, and you can only work like that so long before you burn out.
That's true. So it's people like that being bullied. That's where your charity helps. Maybe later on we can take the information so we can display. So whoever it is that needs help, you'll be able to contact you. You'll be able to sit down and speak to them.
So it's all like talking about knife crime, people carrying knives, it all it's all linked to what it is.
Absolutely, he's absolutely correct. Yeah, that's the truth.
There's so much going on. People carrying guns, knives in London, everything. So it's one of the worst.
Yes it is.
There's a trick there in the bullying aspect or in the stabbing aspect. When the gossip is growing,
Yes.
the boss doesn't come up. People are being sent. So I'm advising the youth when you get caught, you are the one going to get killed.
Absolutely.
Your boss is not going to get killed. So you
Yeah.
must have that in your head.
In your head. Yeah, that's a very strong message.
When you are sent a message,
Yeah.
your boss is there living, but you're dying.
You're the one that will be in the front, the front line. So
Yeah.
it's you. So think about, the people you're leaving behind, your families, your friends, your moms, your dads. This is what we're trying to get. There's other opportunities out there. We've got the Nollywood greats out here that are very, very happy to help people. So we're trying to get enough support from over there. So anytime you need any help, please feel free. Do not hesitate to contact Voice of the Voiceless. And we have, a delightful crew here now that will be happy to help. So talking about that, this question is for you, Flo. Do you have a charity, and does it liaise with other people, others in need?
I have a charity. It's called MMO Foundation, and I also have Stand By Me. We're all in Stand By Me.
Yeah.
We're all friends gathering together.
And that Stand By Me was,
Yeah.
when I was in the movie, it was me doing the interview on behalf of Stand By Me. But it's okay, it's not every day you can have Nollywood stars, doing all this. But carry on, let's carry on.
Yeah, we have Stand By Me. So in Stand By Me, we're going to be having a lot of things in Stand By Me.
Right.
The charity event, we're going to be having, we're going to be helping a lot of people in Stand By Me. We're going to be having our own talk show soon. Exercising about the bullying, stabbing. If you need to rent cameras, it's all about business. Then if you want to join acting, directing, a lot of things. So
beautiful.
we have a lot.
You have a lot
coming up on
Yeah.
Stand By Me.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so nice to hear. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you are. Sorry, I didn't really greet everybody very well the first time. I was so excited, because this is a very special edition. But my name is Twain Rafa. You're listening to Voice of the Voiceless. Like I said, we've got the crew of This Is Not About Me. This is not about me.
It's not about you, sorry.
This is not about you. Well, it is about me because I'm inside the program as well. But we've got them here to talk about this. But before we go back into your movie, I just wanted to ask Adam a quick question. Our youth correspondent, Leke, he's not here today, but normally he would have been sitting here with me, but he's not here. Now, he's got friends that would like to break into acting, and we're also planning to start training youth in different fields. What advice would you give to Leke's friends, and what are the essential things that we need to add to our curriculum? Because we are building a curriculum for the youth as well.
I believe one of the things you should add into your program is body language. Because if you watch a lot of, say, Charlie Chaplin, no sound, just only them playing the piano or something, you can actually understand that movie, very well.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you watch a lot of new movies today, you turn the sound off, you won't understand what they're saying.
You won't understand. Oh, so that's very, very
Body
essential.
language is very key, to watch and to look, and even like the old Charlie Chaplin stuff. Even watching Uche, I can see he's got very good body language.
Yeah.
So when he's got a presence on the screen, he's actually, when I watch his stuff, I'm hoping that I can turn the sound off and I can actually see him telling a story without moving his lips.
Well, saying that,
This is what I'm hoping is the challenge for him now. Let's put him up to a Charlie Chaplin thing. But if you always watch Charlie Chaplin and Harold Lloyd, all these Buster Keaton, you watch them.
it's true, because there was a time he was filming something in the show, This Is Not About You, and he was filming a place where he was angry. I took off, I ran, because he looked so genuine. He was so original. I couldn't stay in the same room. So yes, when it comes to the body language thing.
The body language, but if you turn the sound off on a film, and then of today, you would not hardly understand what they're doing or why they're telling a story.
That's true.
Where I can watch Charlie Chaplin all day long and I can actually tell you what the story's about.
What the story is about. Okay, so that's one of the things we'll be building.
It is a very key thing, and you even get
Very
body language coaching. There's a bloke called Rene something, I can give you his name, and he's one of the top body language
thank you.
coaches in the world.
Thank you very much, and obviously we'll be liaising with everybody here, because that's what we need, experience. We need them to see our members of community coming up and standing up for the youth. And talking about that, Chela, This movie is collecting accolades everywhere. Could you actually go into details and tell the viewers what it's about?
Okay, so like the executive producer already said, the movie, I believe the movie has got something for everyone. Yeah, it's a kind of drama, and like we're creating awareness, especially for the youth as well. For women, I won't say empowerment because I don't want to be like, oh, the women's movement thing. Because I think everyone's got, no, because I think everyone's got their own role. A man and a woman, doesn't matter. You've got your own role. If it's your craft, you learn it, and whether you're a woman or a man, it doesn't matter if you know what you're doing. So don't say, oh, that's a woman role, that's a man's role. These days, it's not applicable anymore, is it?
That's true.
So that's just by the way. So the movies, I'll say, it's relative to a lot of people. They will identify with the movie. The role I played in the movie, I was one of those women. But you need to watch the movie to find out. So technically, yeah, I'll say there's something for everyone: young, youth, adult, men, women, and you know.
Wow, talk about cliffhanger.
Sorry.
It is what it is, like I can say.
It's true. I'm trying to get all the juicy secrets here about the master clause, so you have to watch it. That's all I can say. So is it premiering anywhere now, or where can they watch it? How? You know, is there
it's going to be premiered in Greenwich Odeon on the 13th of September.
Right.
And if you go on YouTube, if you go some other channels later, we're going to put them there. Do a promo, a lot of promos on it.
A lot of promos.
Yeah, 13th of September at Greenwich Odeon.
13th of September at Greenwich Odeon. You heard it first.
And after party too is Greenwich Odeon, 13th of September, same day. Same time.
I'll be at the after party.
We did a thing where we actually auctioned her off.
Oh, please don't.
Where we said the first person to ring would have the date with her for the night. But they had to take her out for dinner, so I think we should do that again. That we get her, the first person to ring for a ticket, they get to actually have a date with her.
Okay, I'm
actually on this date.
Adam is just...
It was Chile's idea.
No, it wasn't. Well, you know it was your idea.
Blame it on something.
we're actually planning on that one.
I think that's a good idea, See how much we can raise.
Yeah.
Maybe do that for the charity.
Yeah.
The more they auction you up for.
Oh, that would be good for one of your youth people, so she can, like, if they want to get into the industry, they can have a little chat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
but I think we should, even Uche, we could have him sort of auction up for a date as well.
You can't auction Uche.
Well,
for
they're
a
2
date.
stars of the show.
You can auction him as a mentor, probably.
But the 2 stars of the show, but the money goes to a charity.
Okay, all right, that's cool then.
Well, however, I think I'm up for anything that will impact. I actually have a foundation too. Personally,
What's the foundation?
It's called www.ucheodokutofoundation.org. That's the website handle.
What does it?
It's basically for less privileged widows and less privileged kids in our rural communities. I have presently, I think I have about 13 kids that have been paying their school fees. Then I have medical outreach that I reach out to these women once every year at the end of the year. Then I share a little bit of foods, food items, clothes that I can actually get. And it is single-handedly funded by me, my family, and a few friends who have come together, you know. So that's it, because take it or leave it. You don't know how long you're going to live here on earth, and you don't want to die like one Solomon Gandhi who never impacted anybody. So let somebody somewhere say, I became somebody because Uche spoke to me. It's enough. One word you say in the right place could germinate and
That's true. That's really true. So you can see that there's much more to them than just acting. They're actually part of our community, and they're actually mentors. And it's always a joy when I'm interviewing people that I believe should be role models for these people, for the youth out there. You know, sometimes we have fun and we have games and stuff, but we really need to remember that there's a lot of youth out there that they've got the talent, they've got everything, they just don't know how to use it. And in trying to find who they are and what they are, they end up in the wrong crew with the wrong people, and that's how some of them end up in gangs. So we will be discussing about how we will liaise with you as well to make sure that when our training program is going on, you'll be able to, help the kids out.
And also get back to us who you're auctioning first. Because, well, it might not be a bad idea. Trust me, like my brother said.
Actually, that's very true. Yeah.
When you auction her, make sure you auction her to somewhere like very far.
Why don't we go the whole hog and just auction off all of them? What do you think, Lewis?
I'm up for it, yeah. Well, so if it's raising money for charity, it'd be a brilliant sort of idea. So, like, the money, what we all say.
Like Florence, I would like you to auction out to somewhere like East Africa, Zimbabwe, Uganda.
So where would you auction Adam then?
Don't worry,
Nigeria.
I'm a brand ambassador. Dr. Paul
He's been dying to come actually.
Nigeria.
So yeah, definitely.
Then where will you auction me to?
I've been auctioned already by Dr. Pauline Long.
We
I'm her brand ambassador, so I'm going to...
Yeah, but that's different.
That's
We're talking
different.
about
We're talking about a different...
Anyway, go on, it's your show, darling.
No, go on. We'll re-auction you. I'm trying to get everything now.
No problem. I'll be ready.
Well, you guys
For
say
the
where you think I should be.
I'm here for
auctioned.
them.
We're just trying to run
I
up
think you blend in more if you go to, I'll probably say South Africa.
Oh my days.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
See, I think we should try and push you more into the American movies as well.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, because I would like to do. I think I spoke to you about it, about doing a bit like Expendables, but having each person from different cultures. Like because I've worked in Tollywood, Hollywood, and they actually did that. And in India, they did a movie where we had stars from all of India. Because you've got like 8 different film regions in India, which you've got the Bollywood, which is the main one, but then you've got Marathi, Tollywood, Bollywood, Hollywood, and they're all part of India film, which is a big industry.
Yeah.
But I would like to do a film where we actually got a big Nollywood star. Like I actually spoke to Uche about doing it at one point last time we met, and then bringing like someone like Taco Noob Singh, who's like a big Bollywood actor, who's a good friend of mine. He's like Mr. Universe, he was as well. Amazing actor, sort of. He was in Commando 2, I think, of a Bollywood film. But bring in different regions, but have that. I mean, let's make a multimedia, so it's a worldwide movie, not just, I think that would, because then you've got people from the Nollywood, even from America, who will be more interested in that movie.
That's true. Because they're interested in our music.
But if you can get the right stories, I think.
Okay. And can I nominate one person for you as well, who is a Nollywood great that you should consider for your show, which is moi.
I like that. I like that. Sell yourself, baby.
Just in case you people are not aware, I'm part of them too. This is not about you. You will see me there with the stand by me. I'm the one right next there doing the interviews.
And you know the funny thing, Tony has very original, unique black color.
So what are you trying to say about us then?
No, I'm saying that
original, so we're fake.
Please don't get me to that angle. I don't want to be sued. Please. All right, let's go.
So are you wearing the short skirt in that as well?
In what?
Can we not go there? No. Let's continue with the show.
You're going off track.
Well, I'm just wondering how.
That's bullying. No,
I just wondering.
That's bullying.
I'm just wondering if she's showing them beautiful
Oh
legs.
my God! Don't even go there.
You have to wait and see. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I can't say a lot about the movie.
Anyway, guys, wherever we meet, we find a way to have
Yeah,
fun.
of course.
You understand? This is part of it. This is how we enjoy ourselves. So
Exactly.
we'll continue with the show. Don't mind us. Yeah, we're happy people.
Yeah.
Well, before we do that, I'd like to talk about Heritage TV as well. Heritage is owned by Mr. Ade Thomas, and you can always come here for your anything that you do, your weddings, your what's it called? What other things do we have there? Any event?
Naming ceremony,
everything you have there.
obituary. In case for some of you that are planning to kill your wives or kill your husbands, or kill your grandfather to inherit
Auctions.
auctions. For when we're going to auction her, they can cover anything.
He's your man. You can
anything.
And they can cover anything anywhere. The only place I know that they've not covered is heaven. But when they die and go to heaven, I'm sure they'll cover the event in heaven.
They can cover that one too. Anything you need, therefore, they can cover it as well. If you need any space, if you have any event that you need to rent out any space, they're here as well. They can help you with the space as well. This question is actually for Uche now.
Yeah.
Can I ask you what future projects should the viewers look forward to?
A whole lot. Presently, besides This Is Not About You, which we're pushing very hard right now, that is coming up in September at the Odeon Greenwich IMAX cinema. I also have my personal movie that I'm premiering in Glasgow on the 27th of July, which is called The Dry Leaves. We did a maiden edition of it here in Odeon Greenwich in December, and it was quite a success. And I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you and thank you and thank you to every one of you out there through your prayers, your support, your reposting of all the things that we've been doing that concerns Uche Odoputa. This is not about you. Please do us a favor, tell somebody to tell another person, because this one will happen by your power and by your support. And aside that, personally again too, I have a couple of scripts that I'm going to be rolling out soon. That's going to be between here and Africa, Nigeria specifically. And we're still working on it. We're still on our drawing table. And when we're ready, we're going to let you know about it. And finally, one thing that I want to do this year is to have an acting workshop, because it's very, very important.
Yeah.
There are actors who think they're actors, especially in the UK, but they don't have the basic understanding of what it takes to be an actor.
Right.
You know, like my brother talked about body language, mood, interpretation, depth, diction, modulation and all that. A lot of them don't have it. You know, they think it has to do with fineness, being fine boy and all that. You know, there are times that I would leave my hair, you know, unshaved for over 2-3 months because I want to build a particular characterization. You don't know how the price will pay. You know, there was a time that my daughter looked at me, I wasn't wearing a shirt, and you know, like Africans, we shave our armpits and all that, you know, and he saw the hair very long, and as if, you know, she started asking me, do you want to braid it? But I was actually, I was actually building a characterization for an epic movie that I want to shoot. So within the period we met, and she was like, why are you looking so dirty? But that's the price you pay for who you want, because it's not everything that we have the resources where we're coming from to do with makeup.
True.
Yeah.
So therefore, you have to push yourself to the extreme to be able to get to the proper characterization that you want. And trust me, most directors will not tell you that. You have to build the characterization. You have to read the script and understand the characterization that you're supposed to play, and you have to prepare yourself for the look. Do you understand? And that's where it comes with body movement, body language, and body movement, and depth and interpretation, because you have to also understand, what do you want to do? What's the mood? You know, like when I do auditions, I hardly tell people to read my scripts. You just come and I tell you to introduce yourself. Within the period of introducing yourself, I can tell what you can do and what you can't do.
Right.
Do you understand? The next thing, I'll give you certain scenarios, and I'll tell you to give me 3 different moods.
Oh,
You get me? Because the mood you're going to be when you're told that your wife has just delivered, it's not the mood that you're going to be told immediately after that she lost the baby.
Yes.
So it's common sense. You need to ask yourself, if this was real, how would I have acted? And once you understand if it was real, then you understand that the acting is not rocket science. It's what it ought to be like.
That's true.
You forget yourself and assume the character.
Yes.
So one of the projects that I want to do before the year runs out is a masterclass, acting masterclass with Uche Odoputa, and I'm still working on it. Very soon I'm going to roll out the drums for it, and see how many people will be interested in it, and we'll decide on what venue we're going to do and how many days it's going to take.
Can I quickly ask Uche a question? Because
Please
he
do.
made a statement. He said, you know, most of the directors are not going to say that to you. So what do you think the problem is? Because if an actress is coming on stage and they are not going into character, because you talked a lot about the technicality, and that's something that is behind, you don't see that, it's something that you've probably worked on already. So if a director is filming something and the actor or actress is not giving that character, but you said the director is not going to say that to them, why?
Okay, I break it down that for you. That's a little bit for you. You see, one thing people do not understand is that in Africa, where we come from, we kind of try to do a whole lot of things by one person.
Okay.
In a proper mainstream production, you could have 10 directors.
Yeah. Okay.
You have line directors, you have speech director, you have acting director, and a lot of things people do not understand. They don't try to find out where is their strength. I'm an act director, pure ED.
That's who I am. There are technical directors.
I
They
do
know.
action.
Yes,
I'm an
they
action
know.
director,
They
yeah,
know
so it's like,
equipment. They know light. They know
Yeah.
every other thing very well. But for me, I know the basis of what it takes me to go and do what I want to do for the picture. But basically, my strength is acting. I'm an art director.
Yeah.
Therefore, if you don't have an art director on set, take for example, he's working with a budget. He's working with a time frame. He's working with equipment rented, and time is running.
Yeah.
The worst that will happen is that he will fire you and get another person instantly because you're delaying him.
All right.
He's not there to teach you. He's there to direct the movie, the picture, and get similarly to a close, perfect picture. But an art director will be able to take you aside and speak to you
Okay.
Yeah.
and let you understand. Because first and foremost is that oftentimes, ask Florence, we've fought a lot of times on set. Yeah. I will shout, I will push, and at the end of the day, I would, because a director ought to be a lover, a father, and a friend. So when you do all that, you put everything together to bring out the best. Just take your child, for example. The same way you're going to shout on your child to get him or her to straighten up, it's the same way you're going to tell her or him, you can make it.
Yes.
Trust me.
Yes.
Look at that mirror. Who do you see? The best. Once you speak to that person, you begin to see the fire inside of that person building up, and the person can break the door because you spoke. That's the power of the word.
It also depends on how passionate you are as well. So if you've got passion and then you've got drive within the film industry, and like that's all I know is my passion and drive of doing stunts. Because that's where I come from, was stunts and martial arts. With me, I'm more now an action director. I'm going into directing more. But with me, I create the action scenes.
Yeah.
But when I've done stunts, I would have to learn how the actor moves, because I've got to copy his movements. Like, you know, I have to study them, how they move, their body, because everyone walks different.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That talks different language.
Yes.
Yeah, and like, I might be just coming in where I'm coming on fire, where getting blown up or something like that, but I've still got to do that entering scene where I'm walking up to a door before I get blasted backwards or something. So it's normally the back of me, you'll see, but then I'm going into that shot.
That's right.
So my body language, that's where my body language comes into it.
Right.
So like, even like, you know, it is sort of like, you know, working on that. But these are all projects what we're working on, sort of thing like Stand By Me is like going to help on that side of it.
Yeah.
Your stuff, so we can all get together and help
That's
each
right.
other,
That's
become a big team
That's
and
it.
unite each other.
Oh, yeah.
And help the youth.
Yeah.
You know, the big thing
That's
is
make
helping
a
youth.
bigger impact, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Because that's our future.
Absolutely. And as soon as, you know, the two gentlemen, as soon as they've started everything, be sure that will be their first people, the first clients they'll be having.
No
because we just
problem.
want the best for this youth. And the two over here, they're nothing.
Yeah,
but-
because I'll tell you quickly and lastly for me, the essence why I actually want to have a workshop in acting, it's not just because I want to train actors. It's because a lot of this bullying we're talking about comes from a little bit of lack of confidence.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this lack of confidence is either by you, yourself, the person, the victim, or the surrounding of the person. Like take for example, single parenting has affected a lot of kids. A mother is upset because she has not done well. A mother is upset because she has been heartbroken. A mother is upset because a lot of things did not go well on her.
That's true.
She's unknowingly transmitting
That's true.
that aura to her kids, and the kids are grabbing it.
Yeah.
They are picking it, they're censoring it, and it builds in their head.
That's true.
Yeah.
You understand? A father is upset because a relationship did not work out. The wife pushed him out and all that, and he begins to react to the world around him like that.
Right.
And everybody that he interacts with, before he knows it, he begins to put an erasable mark on them. Because no matter how bad you are, there is somebody that is a model that is following you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
And that person is emulating and is watching you.
That's true. Yeah.
And unfortunately, if it's those that are at the formative stage, you're destroying somebody unknowingly.
There's so much.
Yeah, I would like to talk about what Uche said, because it's not all about women. There are a lot of men in this London they don't want to have responsibilities. They don't want to look after their kids. I have experienced it. I myself, I'm a victim, and there are a lot of women that are victims and they cannot express themselves. So there are a lot of men in London, they just want to have a go on women.
It's not about London, it's all over the world.
Everywhere.
See, like I said,
I see it more here.
Like I said, no, because that's where you operate from. You're talking from your catchment area. Because, like I said before, there are two kinds of people on earth. Those from a home and those from a house. It has to do with either the man or you, the woman. Because some of us don't have a sense of belonging of what we want to do.
Well, some women won't even let the dad see their child.
Yeah.
So you have that problem as well. So
They're upset for whatever reason, and they bottle it, and these kids are the receiving end. However, let's not get into that argument.
I want to talk about those women.
Florence, hold on. Can we not get into this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a different topic.
I know, it's a different topic,
hold on, Florence, hold on. What I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to shut the lady down, but what I'm going to say is that this topic, it's big.
Something else.
It's big, and it will drag us to another section that we don't have the time because we're working on time. However, what I said is that my training will be based on helping people build a level of confidence. We have to all join together and make the world a better place.
It's even like when you said about the arguments earlier on, sort of thing, like you were saying about the arguments and that. But the thing is, with the arguments, it's sort of like, if you can shut it down from the start, like you go through an issue sort of thing where a friend may put into influence into one person, another friend will say something else to that person, and that can cause it. But you don't know where, or like in my industry, or even any of us sort of thing. I don't know, I'd rather sort of like, by the end of the night, I think you said to me, or someone said to me about there's a saying or something about at the end of the night or something where you should shut the door and sort of like make sure you sort of say sorry.
I say don't let the anger go down on, don't let the sun go down on your anger. Because if you leave it to germinate and generate, it causes a lot of havoc more than it
becomes very cancerous.
Because I don't know. I could get hit by a bus like for a stunt or something. I'm just saying for a stunt, and then I died. There's many stuntmen I didn't realise till I was looking at another programme. The stuntman actually died on Deadpool. But if he walked out that door that night, that morning, and had an argument with his wife, that she's going to live with that for the rest of her life. That's like all of us. It doesn't matter whether you're in the film industry or what. We all may just drop down.
That's right.
Tomorrow, after when we may have had an argument like a week, 2 weeks ago, but because we haven't kissed and made up, we don't know, where that's going to go.
You see, like, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying to my sister, let's die the angle that it was. You need to be very sensitive in your life. Now, take for example, when my sister started with a topic that I narrowly just touched a little bit, she said, from experience, if we allow her, she's going to get to the point where it's either I'll disagree with her or she'll agree with her or some other person will decide. This whole forum will turn into another thing. So when we come for that kind of topic, we will prepare ourselves. Psychologically, we know that this is what we're going to do. Because every one of us knows the path that we're covering with our clothes. There's a wound inside of you that nobody will ever see. Only you see it when you get into the bedroom. And there are certain things that truly, if I tell you the way I feel about it, you wouldn't want to eat again. But the truth is, why would I want to tell you? Does it help any matter? It doesn't. There are certain things that has to be my cross to carry. Because I might not have the word to explain it to you. And once you know about it, you dislike me entirely and dislike yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just said we're going to have a workshop to help the youth, and that's what we said. When that time comes, Toyin and every one of us will blow it out and you will hear.
By God's grace.
I think we should
I
film
want
it
to say
and
something
tell us
about
again.
the stabbing too. I like the youth to know that, and even the adults, the police is here to help everybody. If you have papers, if you don't have papers, don't fail to report to the police. Police is there to help us. Police is not there to put you into prison or whatsoever.
That's true. Absolutely.
I think that's another subject.
That's another.
Please.
Because when like a social service or like a teacher, what do you tell the children? Like even in this movie, this is not about you. What they taught them there on the day we were having the conference was, if there's an issue, or there's a kidnapping or anything.
People are still going to come
Yeah.
watch this film.
I know.
Don't tell them so much about this film, please. Thank you.
The first person you will inform is the police.
It's the police, yes.
So-
As you can see from this discussion, there's so many things coming out of here, and this is what I really like to see. There's a lot of people that are out here helping. They're setting up a lot of projects to help the youth as well. So you're not alone. Moving on quickly, this question is actually for you, Florence. This movie, was it written by you, or were you approached by independent people? Could you break it down for us?
The movie was This Is Not About You was written by director Momom,
Right.
and the story, part of the story is my story when it comes to stabbing the youths,
Yeah.
creating awareness for the youths.
Yes.
Then the other stories are for him. So the story belongs to me. I have exclusive right on the story. This is not about you.
The story. So it's actually your.
It's my
exclusive
story.
rights. Okay. Let's just round up quickly now, because obviously you've got so many things to do. We've taken most of your time. But before you do that, like I said before, should you, if you have any events, maybe naming ceremony, a burial, church activities, church harvest, you can get in touch with Heritage TV. You know, they'll be able to help you. They'll be able to help you with all those things. They can cover all those things. If you need a space to rent, this is the best place to go about it. Now, our final question, and it's for everybody here. What advice would you give to a budding actor or playwright who has not got an ounce of experience in this field? So if they hope, thank you very much, if they hope to break into this field, what advice would you give them?
Okay, so for me, I always say preparation is key. Even though you haven't broken in yet and you know that's where you're going, I would say prepare yourself. We're in a modern society these days that you can do a lot of DIYs, a lot of things that you can do yourself to prepare yourself. Because sometimes, like Uche is saying, he's going to open up a training, a workshop. I can guarantee you, obviously, I don't know if he's going to do that as a charity or he's going to get paid. Some people might not be able to afford it. Like I said, there's certain things you yourself can do for yourself to take you from where you are to, even if it's just a step ahead. So you can look at people, get a mentor, to help you, support you.
Yes.
Get interested in what you want to do. Don't just say, oh yeah, I'll just get a part when I get there and I'll work it out. So prepare yourself for where you're going, because when you get there, then you might not have time to start getting yourself ready. So you're sort of prepared already when you get. So be prepared, I would say. That's my advice to the young people. And anything is possible, as long as you can think it in your mind. Most of the fight is done up here. This you see here is something that's been won already in the head.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So what about you?
Biggest thing is never give up, which is part of, that is actually the name of my production company, is actually called Never Give Up Phoenix.
Yes.
And there's two reasons for that, but that's a longer story. But never give it up in the film industry or anything. If you've got a passion in something, don't give up. Just keep going and pushing sort of thing, because you ain't going to write, it's very rare that you'll write a script and it's going to be picked up straight away by Hollywood.
Right.
I think there's only, I know that there's loads of films which actually have been turned down. And then later on, they come out. Deadpool was one of them. They didn't want to make it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They didn't want to make it. It was written 10 years prior to that. And they didn't want to fund it, didn't want to make it.
So never give up, basically.
Yeah, never give up. Yeah, never give up on your dreams and passions, sort of thing, from a young age. Or I was martial art champion, so I had to never give up in the ring.
Oh, I see.
So that some of that come from that. Some come from an accident as well. But it was always like from a young age, from like my dad sort of pushing it on me from like back in '84 when I was British Wushu champion. And then I went on to Thai boxing, kickboxing champion, undefeated. Yeah. But if I gave up in the ring, then I wouldn't be.
You wouldn't be where you're at today.
Where I am today.
Yeah.
Even like Uche was saying, sort of like where he got picked up young, sort of thing. He could have just done that one thing.
Yeah.
And then not carried on.
Yeah.
But he found that passion. He didn't give up.
Yeah.
And this is what we've all got to do. Is if you've got a passion, it doesn't matter if it's just acting, or film directing, writing, or anything in any industry.
Right.
You don't walk in sometimes to become a boss straight away.
That's true.
You start at the bottom. You've got to work your way up. So you've got to have that passion, not to give up.
Not to give up. Oh,
thank
you.
There's people with accidents and they can't walk, and then they don't give up because next minute they can't walk.
Yes.
Or they can walk, and then
yes. Absolutely.
All right. Getting up to the top is very difficult to be great. You have to be rich in your soul. You have to be rich in everything you're doing. You have to be rich in relationships. As he said, never give up. You have to put yourself to another level. Well, let me end it this way. God bless you all.
All right. It's all about you. Is a movie. Acting, getting to the top. It's all about you. Just you and you alone. You have to do the discovery. When you do the discovery and find out who you are and what you want to do, you have to ask yourself some serious, pertinent questions. Things like, as an actor, as a celebrity, you don't own yourself anymore. You live by the dictate of other people. People want to see you walk in a certain way. People want to see you talk in a certain way. People want to see, the society wants to see you behave in a certain way. You have to bear that in mind. You become the ambassador of the world, whether appointed, elected, or selected. It's the truth. You can be singled out. Your family genealogy wouldn't have been known before, but as soon as you become a celebrity, you'll be Googleable.
That's true.
You'll be identified like this. In the midst of 1 million, you'll be picked out. So be prepared. There's a lot of price to pay for it. However, like every other person here had said, you have to be prepared. You have to know that you can do it. Don't give up. And one thing I want to beg people like us, the minorities, from, don't want to become another person.
Yeah.
Be the original.
That's true.
If you have an accent, with your accent, trust me, one day you'll be celebrated because of the way you talk. I cannot talk with like my brother because the kind of food that he was brought up with is not the one I ate. At infant, he probably took good milk. Me, I took akamupap. The native side of custard. That's what I took. So please, don't want to be my brother, but be his friend.
Be unique.
Be unique.
Be you.
And you'll be singled out for
Yeah.
it. Thank you so much. My name is Siluchi Odopota.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. This has been a very, very interesting episode. I've been looking so forward to it. But you know, as you could tell, sometimes when you're with the greats, I started off a bit nervously, but you guys have made it, you know, a very, very interesting show. Thank you very much. I can't wait.
Thank you for being in the movie. This is not about you. Thank you for
Can you please
joining us.
repeat that a bit louder?
I said, thank you, Tony, for being in the movie. This is not about you.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Toy in the movie. This is not about you. This is a star in the making. Watch out for her. Very soon, you're going to fill the form to be able to see her. So if you know her now, let her send a DM and send the emails and let her answer to you, because soon the PAs will be answering to it. It's not her fault, it's the Lord's doing. Thank you.
Yes, Mama.
And don't forget that we're auctioning everyone off. Are you in this auction as well? Are you in this auction as well?
Oh yeah.
We'll get back to you on that one.
No, it's fair. Everyone in this room is at
Well,
auction.
that's true. Yeah, if everybody's going to be there, I'll be
It's all
part
for
of it.
charity as well.
That's true, it's all for charity. And because I'm the Nollywood great here, the most money must, be from me.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Say it again.
Thank you very much, guys. It's been a real pleasure having you guys on board. Thank you once again to everybody watching out there. My name is Toyin Marafa. Very, very soon, on a more serious topic, I'll be doing a special edition about the integrated gang unit that we have there. Like I said, I was in a meeting with the Hackney integrated gang unit yesterday, and I was there with Croydon. And today, we've already seen all the distressing reports about youths being knifed. I think some of them were taken away with the air ambulance. A lot of people have a misconception. They have the wrong perception that Croydon Borough is not doing anything about this youth violence, especially since we have a lot of them there. I can tell you honestly today that is not true. I was watching them, and when I say them, I'm talking about the gang unit, I'm talking about the probation service, I'm talking about all the people dealing with the youth. I was watching them yesterday, I witnessed their frustration, and I could see that they were spending a lot of time trying to make sure they got the right thing out there to be able to help these kids. So please, they need our support as well. The integrated gang unit is not They work with the police, but it's not everything you say to them that they will report to the police. So please make use of these services. These people are working day and night to help the youth. Once again, thank you very much for this show. Hopefully we'll be talking about a lot more. You can see that there were some mini shows out of shows that was coming on. So you'll definitely see them very soon. But for today, thank you very much for watching. This is Tony Marafa, and have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Peace, guys. This is not about you.
What
the
about?
movie.
Yep.
All right, thank you, guys.
Wow, what a thing.
Meritable Nigeria Limited, Emerald, Garden City. Meritable Nigeria Limited, Emerald, Garden City.
Moses, Dad, my wife told me that you have bought a land and complete a good-looking duplex on it. Yes, from buying the plot to the completion only takes less than 3 months. What about Omonile? Omonile like how? I didn't deal with them. I bought the land from Meritable Nigeria Limited. Meritable? Yes, Meritable. Rachel Onega and Prince Jide Kosoko are the ambassador for Meritable, and these two individuals boost my confidence and trust that make me to buy from them. And that is not all. They even help me in building our new home. I only visit the site on completion to collect our keys and exchange paperwork, which amounts to more than double savings. Usually, for people like us living abroad, you have to take time off work so many times to travel back home to do the work, or the Yahoo contractors will show you big time. Yes, I was wondering, as I always see you every week. Let me tell you, I was in Nigeria for only 4 days and everything is campaign EQS. I didn't lose money by not going to work. Merit Abode is the best. What about the cost of calling them every day? They use UK number, so you will not be running up the phone bill to call them. I beg, give me their details. Telephone 020-3865-8087 or 081-734-47111. Email info@meritabode.com. Their website is www.meritabode.com. Merit Abode Nigeria Limited is the developer for Emerald Garden City Estate Series. You can even pay by installments. Our locations are Shimawa, Ibejuleki, Arepo, Agbara, Ikorodu, Mowe Ofada, and Asheshe. Merit Abode, build my confidence and trust.
My daughter-in-law. So how are you planning for my son's birthday? I have to cook for her. Do you people have ogirisi there? No. It's okay. Okay, let me call you back. Mama Chiji, okay. Hi, so wait a market. Please pack some ogirisi. I am going to visit my son. My daughter-in-law. It's arranged. But you must use original red oil to prepare the soup. What? I'll call you back. Mama Chijo, please include Isio Morocco. My daughter-in-law. Everything is now set. But don't forget that gold wristwatch I saw the last time I visited her.
Now you can talk until you tire for just 11 kobo per second. Call all networks in Nigeria and 30 international destinations, including US, UK, China, Canada, and India for just 11 kobo per second. Dial *211# to activate.
That's Silk Boo-Boo.
The largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data.
Ó ti yá gbogbo aláyẹyẹ pẹ̀lú ní pàtì àti ilé ìjọsìn ẹ fẹ́ ṣe polówó Heritage TV Heritage TV wọ́n bẹ nílùú London o Heritage TV wọ́n fọwọ́ wọn sọ̀yà o Heritage.
Ẹ̀yin aráàlú London, ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti gbọ́ pé iléeṣẹ́ Heritage TV tún ti gbé àrà tuntun yọ o? Gbogbo àríyá yín pátápátá la ó máa bá yín polongo rẹ̀ jákèjádò gbogbo ayé, ká máa ṣayẹyẹ ní London, ká sì máa wò l'Amẹ́ríkà, ní Nàìjíríà àti káàkiri àgbáyé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àti lójú kan náà. Bó jẹ́ lórí fídíò tàbí lórí photograph tó mọ́lẹ̀ yékéyéké, Heritage TV ní bàbá o. Gbogbo àwọn ayẹyẹ yín bí ọjọ́ ìbí, ìsìnkú àgbà, ìgbéyàwó, àjọ̀dún ilé ìjọsìn yín, Heritage Television ní kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ tààràtà. Ìlú London la wà, United Kingdom la tẹ̀dó sí. Ẹ kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 020-800-46100 tàbí lórí ẹ̀rọ alátagbà wa ayẹyẹ@heritagetv.co.uk àti lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká 0734-123-4560. Heritage TV, àbálẹ̀tù ọmọdé làwó.